Alright guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be giving my predictions on the playoffs and who I think will win. Now, quite a few teams in there have really surprised me. Didn't expect a few of them to be in there, but they've done it, and they've done absolutely brilliantly this season. And you can't fault them, and it's lovely to see some of these teams in the playoffs. As a West Brom fan, I am really disappointed we didn't make it, but here are my predictions for the playoffs. The first thing I want to do though, guys, is just go over the teams that we have in the playoffs. So the first team will be Sunderland, and to be honest, Sunderland have really impressed me this season. They managed to get in the playoffs on the last day where Millwall absolutely bottled it. West Brom didn't win. All the results basically went their way. And if I'm completely honest about Sunderland, I love Tony Mowbray. I think he's done an absolutely fantastic job. He was absolutely brilliant when we had him at West Brom. He's one of the fans' favourites. And to be fair, when Sunderland came down to the Hawthorns later on in the season, they were probably the best side that I'd seen in the Hawthorns that championship season. I thought the fans were absolutely superb, and you know what? It's such a well-supported club, and you know Sunderland have been, in my opinion, underachieving for the stature of the club. And good luck to them in the playoffs. The next side we'll be discussing is Luton Town, and these are the team who have surprised me the most. Now, they're an absolutely fantastic team. They've got a lot of togetherness in that team, and Rob Edwards this season has done an absolutely brilliant job. You know, credit to him, credit to Luton. You know, to go into a stadium where you literally walk through someone's back garden, and to think that that could be a Premier League side next season is really, really strange to me. But, you know, I'm not sure if they'll have to do anything to the ground if they do get promoted, but they've thoroughly deserved where they are in the table. You know, they've finished above the teams like Middlesbrough, who finished just below them. They've done absolutely superb, and if Luton do get promoted to the Premier League, it'll be a massive achievement for them. And personally, I love it when teams like Luton get promoted and things like that. You know, we saw it with teams like Bournemouth. And I love it when things like this happen, because it's a team that doesn't go out there and spends millions and millions of pounds. It's just a team who has a bit of heart, has a bit of fight, has a bit of desire, cares about the club what they play for, and it would mean a lot for Luton to get promoted to the Premier League. I'm sure it would, you know, financially, getting all that money, it's literally, the playoffs, like I said, is a lottery, and I'm sure Luton will be going for it. And to be fair, they are good enough to get promoted. And I hope they do well, and I wish them all the well for the playoffs. Now, the next team we'll be discussing is Middlesbrough. Absolutely brilliant club. I absolutely love going to Middlesbrough. Absolutely fantastic Parmos as well. If you've never tried a Parmo, then I would definitely recommend trying it in Middlesbrough. It's literally what the city's famous for. Absolutely brilliant this season, Middlesbrough. I've watched them on multiple occasions, and I don't know what happened to Chuba Akpom this season, but he's an absolute goal machine. He's a complete and utter monster this season in the Championship. Everything he touches goes in. I've been particularly impressed with Cameron Archer as well. He's been absolutely superb on loan from Aston Villa. And what a job Michael Carrick has done. You know, his first managerial role, and he's taken Middlesbrough into the playoff finals. And to be fair, I think they are probably the most dangerous side in the playoffs. As a West Brom fan, I had a few interviews where people would ask me who I would like to avoid in the playoffs, and Middlesbrough were definitely one of them. Purely because, you know, Michael Carrick has done such a fantastic job. They're such a dangerous team. You know, Cameron Archer and Chuba Akpom have been absolutely brilliant, and what a fan base they have as well. They've been absolutely brilliant this season for Middlesbrough. They were probably the second best that I saw down the Hawthorns in terms of atmosphere. They were absolutely superb, and credit to Middlesbrough this season. They've been they've just been unreal. Every time I've watched them, they've been such a good side, and like I say, massive credit to Michael Carrick. And yeah, guys, it's pretty obvious from what I've said that Middlesbrough are my favourites to win the playoffs this season. I just think that they're superb and they're going to be really difficult to play against. And that's not taking away anything from the other teams, what I've mentioned. I just think that for me, Middlesbrough are probably the strongest side. Last but not least, we have Coventry City, literally up the road from West Brom. And these are a side what, like Luton, I think have definitely, and you could argue Sunderland, have definitely overachieved this season, but they're definitely merited in the position that they're in. The table doesn't lie. And you know what, Coventry is. I do really like Coventry. I think the fans are absolutely fantastic. I think they're a very passionate fan base. The fans are always putting a shift at every match they go to. They've got a good away following. And I like Coventry, like I've said, and I definitely think they've overachieved, but they deserve to be in the position they're in. And if Coventry can get to the Premier League, it'll be brilliant for their fans, the new owners. Gyökeres this season, again, has been an absolute goal machine. He's been absolutely brilliant, and I'm glad that Coventry are doing well. And good luck to Coventry in the playoffs, and we'll see what happens from there. But now, guys, I'm going to go on to the big question. Who do I think will win the playoffs? So, guys, in the first game, Sunderland versus Luton, what I'm going to be looking at, I think Sunderland will beat Luton over the two legs. I think the job what Tony Mowbray has done, and he's got previous playoff experience, I believe that, this will push him through. I believe that, Sunderland have got a young, hungry squad. I'm not saying Luton don't, but then I do believe one advantage that Sunderland have over Luton is the fans. Sunderland are a massively supported club. They've got an absolutely brilliant fan base. Again, I'm not saying Luton aren't, but I just think that Sunderland will edge this one and make it to Wembley. In the other game, we have Middlesbrough versus Coventry. And personally, I think Middlesbrough just have a little bit too much for Coventry. I like both teams. I think both teams have done fantastically well this season. But I just think that Middlesbrough will edge it. And I'm going to go over the two legs with a 4-3 win for Middlesbrough. So, guys, judging by my predictions, as you know, I've gone with a Sunderland versus Middlesbrough at Wembley in the playoff final. Now, this is an extremely difficult game for me to call. A game what could go either way. I love Tony Mowbray, but at the same time, I think Middlesbrough are just a really, really strong side, and it's really, really difficult. But I know I've been saying that Middlesbrough are going to go up this season, but deep down, I do fancy Sunderland return to the Premier League. If it is Sunderland who do get promoted, like my predictions, then I just want to wish, the best of luck. Well, the best of luck to whoever gets promoted to the Premier League, really. But if Sunderland do go up, good luck to Tony Mowbray, good luck to the Sunderland fans. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as well, and I'll see you in the next one.